When we're creating systems for our business, simplicity and consistency are the keys to success. We often get caught up in all the features and functionality that we think we need. We want every bell and whistle, every toggle, every property field. We look at all the different software we've used in the past and try to cherry pick the best features for our perfect system. But here's the reality. Systems are only valuable if we consistently leverage them, if we follow the processes we've put in place. The exact features and functionality are honestly less important because it's incredibly common to get caught up in overly complex ways of capturing information, managing different features, toggles, switches, property fields, whatever it may be. What's actually best, in my experience, is having a system that is simple across the board. And yes, it may in fact lack some features that we thought were excellent and necessary features in the past. We know what we like from what we've experienced before, but the reality is if you cut out most of the fat, most of the unnecessary features, and keep things as simple as possible with as few moving parts as possible, the likelihood that we will continue to follow the processes we've put in place and leverage the system at hand goes up dramatically. And in the end, systems are about consistency. Can you consistently follow processes, utilize a system so that you can reap the rewards of compound interest over time on your key activities? In this case, with regards to brand building, high leverage activities such as content creation. That's what matters. I can tell you from deep experience that I've created so many systems in many different pieces of software, constantly seeking and searching for the most comprehensive set of features that are going to deliver everything in my wildest dreams. But after more than a decade of building systems for my own business, I can see with extreme clarity how much unnecessary fluff and bloat existed within my past systems. And because of said bloat, I wouldn't use them consistently enough to gain the real rewards that come from compounding consistency. So, look at your business systems. Look at the software you have in place and the processes you have in place and ask yourself the question, do all of these features or steps matter? Can I strip this down to a much simpler form? Move past the fact that you feel you need to track absolutely everything, every key metric, every piece of information in a system. Strip it down to the absolute bare minimum so that you know that you will actually leverage the system on a day in, day out basis, every single day. Then, once you're using that simplified system consistently, you can start to add new properties and introduce new features, but only if, after you add one and continue using it, the system continues to be used consistently day in, day out. Remember, consistency is everything. And in the end, the best system that you put into place is going to be the system that you stick to consistently for a long period of time. Not the one with the most features, not the one that seems the most impressive, but the one that you actually use every day. So, take a critical look at your current business systems. What can you strip away? What's the absolute minimum you need to get the job done effectively? Focus on building habits around those core elements first. The consistency you develop there will be worth far more than any fancy feature that goes unused. And as always, thank you for listening. And if you want to learn how to turn your expertise into consistent brand-aligned content, visit remotebrand.com to discover how I can help.